Hello there and welcome. This is Mikhail or Michael speaking, and as always, I salute to those who decided to support me financially, be it through PayPal, Patreon, or Super Thanks. Every penny helps, and I really appreciate it. Now, today's video, as always, I will start with the settlement of Lapkova and Piatykhatky. Overall situation here was developing in an interesting way. For example, here is a video posted by a pro-Ukrainian source, Deep State Map, that proves that Ukrainians have gained full control over the settlement.
Сьогодні, 18 червня, силами 128-ї гірсько-штурмової бригади і 2-го ОСБ було вибито рашистів із населеного пункту Piatykhatky. Рашисти тікали, кидаючи техніку, боєприпаси і зброю. Слава Україні! Героям слава!
Unfortunately, it is hard to tell when exactly this video is being taken because Ukrainians were forced to leave Piatykhatky at least a few times. Most of the reasons why this is happening is because Piatykhatky is located in the lowlands and Russians have full fire control over the settlement. It is being reported that Ukrainians still control this forest right here and control the farm area, or as some people call it, the hangars area here. Occasionally they attempt to advance within the Piatykhatky itself, which is, again, as some reports suggest, located in the gray zone, but as soon as they enter the settlements, Russians unleash artillery fire on them and force them to retreat. My guess is that they are trying to concentrate as much force as possible to advance from Piatykhatky and start attacking towards the settlement of Zherebyanki. Unlike Lapkova and Piatykhatky, Zherebyanki is located in the highlands, and with the capture of the settlement, Ukrainians will achieve their first tactical victory in this sector. So the capture of Lapkova and battle for Piatykhatky was only a staging point, and I'm sure we should soon expect an attack towards that settlement along the road and from the forest that they still control. From here, let's visit Orikhiv front. All throughout last days, Ukrainians were unsuccessfully attacking Russian positions in front of Rabotino. They were attacking to the west of this road and to the east of it as well, without any success. They were also assaulting Russian positions here from Piatykhatky, from this highway, and as a result of that, they were able to expand their zone of control over this gray area. Generally, they are fighting here in attempt to help their brother-in-arms that are attacking in the direction of Rabotino, as well as they are trying to gain control over Novopokrovka, towards which they were also attacking. All in all, the intensity of fighting here in this sector had increased. Ukrainians are continuously smashing against Russian defensive lines, and as you can see, occasionally achieve some success. Then from Orikhiv, let's quickly visit Vremivka tactical bridgehead. Throughout the last 24 hours, Ukrainians were attacking from Novodarivka and Livadne in the general direction of Priyutne and Rivnopol. Those attacks did not see any success. They've also launched an assault operation from Zlataniva in the direction of Novodonetsk, as well as they attacked here through these open fields These actions were meant to pin down Russian troops that were located in between Novodonetsk, Kermenchik, and Novomayorsk, and when Ukrainians succeeded in this goal, they launched an attack across the open field in the general direction of Urozhaine. This attack was a success, and Ukrainians were able to capture some of the open fields and forced Russians to retreat. Ukrainians also did not stop attacking at the dead center of the Piatykhatky bridgehead. However, those attacks were also unsuccessful as of right now. Generally, there is an interesting situation developing on the entire Zaporozhian front line. It would seem that once again Ukrainians become very careful and are not using much of their armor, and usually are using their infantry to do these storming operations, and only when infantry units are able to take some ground and hold it, only then Ukrainians develop some of their armor. This kind of tactic takes more time, but is more efficient, and we already see results of that tactic change. It would seem that Ukrainians have finally realized that they can't just smash through Russian lines head on and are starting to use a more smart, clever tactics. Russians still have an advantage in artillery, so those territorial gains are coming at a great losses. Now, this is not to say that Russians are not losing any troops whatsoever. Russians to taking some losses. And for example, if you visit my Telegram channel, there is a video that shows Ukrainian soldiers clearing out Russian trenches. If you were to see that video, you would understand why I can't show it here on YouTube. Anyway, here's the video that I can show you. It is a video of TOS-1 Солнцепёк. This firing system, the work of which you just saw, is one of the reasons why Ukrainians are taking extremely heavy losses. This system is especially effective against infantry, and this is the reason why Ukrainian loss of men is piling up. Generally, due to the change of tactic, Ukrainians had finally started advancing all across the Zaporozhian front line. Once again, it is still too far away from the main Russian defensive line, or so-called Surovikin line, so the Ukrainian offensive is still in their starting phase. Let's visit Marinka next. So first I have a video of Russian tank that is being remotely controlled by the Russians, advancing somewhere within this sector. It would seem that this tank was loaded with extreme amounts of explosives, and were meant to advance Ukrainian positions and destroy them via blast. As it would be evident in this video, it would seem that it hit a mine and stopped, after which Ukrainians fire upon it with anti-tank missile. The tank exploded in spectacular manner. There's a report of Russians advancing here in this sector as well. Unclear whether it was before or after the explosion. I would assume it was after. The territorial change is unclear, so we should wait for more confirmations. Then let's visit the Marinka city itself, and it would seem that Russians have successfully advanced here in this sector, in the area of warehouse, and captured it completely. From here, let's visit Avdiivka. Here, Ukrainians were also on the offensive. They were attacking towards Vadyari and Apitne. There were no success. However, their attack towards Veselye have achieved some success, with the Ukrainian army capturing territories in front of the settlement. So basically this is the end of the video. It was a pretty difficult one to make. There was a lot of information. I hope I kept it short enough. If you liked this video, please consider supporting it with a like, comment, and a subscription. As always, those actions help promote this video to a wider audience. If you feel extra generous, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you in advance. As always, humanity calls me to condemn all violence against human beings. Have a good day, and always remember, Russia will be free and great.